Hey everyone, welcome to Queen Airbender Tarot. Today is October 25th. I want to do a collective weekend reading about this new moon energy, okay? I'm picking up a lot. First of all, I didn't intentionally plan on doing weekend readings, but last night I was so restless. I kept picking up that a reading needed to be done for the collective. So this is a collective reading. If it doesn't fit you, and if you feel like it doesn't apply to you, that's fine. But I know for a fact that there are a lot of people who need this message. Number one being a lot of people are going through emotional upheavals. On October 23rd, Scorpio season start. And for a lot of people, Scorpio season is pretty difficult. First of all, Scorpio season or Scorpio in general is a water sign, right? So it deals heavily with emotions, but with Scorpio in particular, it's a lot of emotions that are suppressed and hidden because Scorpio is a secretive sign. Scorpio is a mysterious sign. So for a lot of people, you're going to start seeing in your life upheavals with possibly emotional imbalances. And again, this isn't to be negative. I just want you to be aware of some of the energies that you might experience. With a lot of people, you're going to start noticing secrets coming out in your surroundings, within your family, friend group, even yourself. You might start telling people things that you have held very close to your heart, right? Things that you have kept very privately between just you and yourself. During this time, you may feel a need to be more expressive in regards to your personal life and what's going on within your personal life. And I'm noticing that a lot on social media. And I think that's what made me so restless because I'm noticing a lot of people feel alone. A lot of people feel like they don't have outlets. A lot of people feel like they're having difficulty with their emotions. I'm noticing that a lot all through my timelines on social media. And I don't feel like I know this is because we're shifting. Every time you do an astrological shift, we just shifted from Libra season, which is a masculine sign, Libra is the air sign, which is masculine, into Scorpio season, which is a water sign. So you're shifting from an airy energy to an emotional energy, an airy energy that's more so like nonchalant, not so deep into emotions, to a very emotional cosmic energy. And that's difficult for a lot of people. And a lot of people are having a hard time dealing with their emotions. And I'm noticing that. And I want to speak on it because I want people to feel like you're definitely not alone. You're definitely not going crazy. It's an energy shift. And if you are an empath, especially people who are empaths and don't know that they're empaths, there are millions of people in the world who are empaths who do not know that they are empaths. If you're an empath like me, even if you personally are not affected on a soul level, if you're an empath, you're going to start being affected by the people around you, emotional, you know, I don't want to say disturbances, but emotional issues or how they're dealing with their emotions or the lack of them being able to deal with their emotions. It's going to affect you in a personal way. I know, like I said, I'm an empath, so I pick up people's emotions very strongly. I have a child who is a Scorpio sun. His birthday is actually on Halloween Day. And I'm noticing changes within his behavior. He's very spiritual, and I don't force or push anything on him because I'm spiritual, but he's very spiritual naturally. He's a Scorpio, and Scorpio is about, Scorpios, they love to play in the dark. And when I say that, I'm not saying that you're a negative, evil, dark person. It's just he's comfortable with the darkness. He'll be 12 on Halloween, and he's comfortable with the darkness. He loves the darkness. He's you won't find anything that he's really scared of, and he loves digging into the depths of things and finding out secrets and finding out, the other side, the shadow side of reality. He likes things like that, and he's also a Cancer rising. No, I'm sorry, Cancer moon. So he's a Scorpio sun, Cancer moon. So he's very intuitive and he's very deep in his feelings. My daughter happens to be a Taurus sun, but then her moon, her rising is in Cancer. So they both, when you have water placements in your chart, you will feel those energetic shifts probably more so than most people, or if you're an empath. And this is just a reality. This is just the truth. So if you have strong water placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, you really have to pay attention to your moods, because of a lot of time we're picking up energies and we're feeling energies and we don't understand what's going on with us because we're not paying attention to what's happening in the cosmos. And it really does affect us energetically. That's why astrology is very important, and it's very powerful tool to have. so that you can understand things on a different level. Because I don't have any strong water sign placements. I have Mars and Scorpio, and that's it. I don't have any strong water sign placements. I'm air and earth. So I'm generally rather, not affected by certain shifts, but I pick up energies from people because I'm an empath, and so I'm feeling around me. A lot of people are feeling depressed. I'm seeing it all up and down my timeline. A lot of people who I've never seen complain about anything are saying how depressed they are, how alone they feel, and it's because you're shifting with this energy and you're not aware of it and you don't know. And when you don't understand what's going on, it makes you feel out of sorts. You feel out of place. You feel alone. You feel scattered, and you feel like, you need help and you don't know where to go. And that's why channels like this and other, astrological channels, they help people. Okay. Because we all need help. Long story short, we all need help. We all need help in our growth. We need teachers. We need people who can aid us in our ascension. And so it's very important to look at your chart and find out what's going on in the cosmos and what's going on with you personally, so that you can possibly help yourself and others. It's very important to know these things, because I'm telling you right now, a lot of people, I've seen some things that made me want to reach out to a lot of people, but number one, I don't want to overstep boundaries. That's number one. And number two, I know this is temporary. But if I feel intuitively, because I'm very intuitive, if I feel intuitively like someone needs my help, I'm going to reach out to that person. I'm going to inbox that person, whatever the case may be, and say, hey, you might want to look up your chart and find out what's going on, because I feel like you may be dealing with some issues pertaining to these energetic shifts. Okay. So I just want to put that out there and kind of break that down for you guys, because it is very important. You're going to probably be experiencing, especially with this new moon coming up, because the new moons are about, if you do rituals, meditations, prayers, things like that, the new moons are about what you want to bring into your life. The full moons are about what you want to have removed from your life. So you would think, okay, this is a new moon, that's positive, which it absolutely is. You should be doing rituals, prayers, meditations to bring things into your life, but it's also still a major moon transit, right? So when you have major moon transits, it affects you on a very powerful level, because the moon affects us, because think about it, the moon affects the tides. Our bodies are 70-80% water. So why would you not be affected by it? You are absolutely positively going to be affected by moon cycles. Okay. I work in the medical field, and I'm here to tell you right now, we have the highest intake of patients around full moons and new moons, because people are more reckless. People are more emotional. People are more, just scattered and all over the place. They forgetful. Okay. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be dealing with that too, because I'm starting to experience a little bit for forgetfulness and rushing and things like that, because we also have Mercury going into retrograde on the 31st of this month. So this month, the end of October is a very busy month energetically. So you want to be aware of that. Okay. So I'm going to pull two cards. As always, I'm an intuitive reader. I read the traditional sense of the card, but more so than anything, I'm going to pick up the energies intuitively. I draw one card, which is our generalized energy, and then the second card is a possible outcome. And then I also do two clarifying cards for both cards that we pull. First and foremost, as always, we have our energy cards, right? So all 12 zodiac signs have been charged on our organite plate. I have two separate decks. Both decks are charged on organite plates. Okay, so let's get started. I know that was a bit of a long intro, but I really do want people to understand that no, you're not going crazy. These energies are really going to test a lot of people. And I feel like for a lot of people spiritually, you're going to come through a major awakening. This shift is going to make a lot of people go through major awakenings. Number one, because like I said, this watery energy is going to make you go into the depths, the seat of your feelings about things. And then also this Mercury retrograde is going to be very influential to how you deal with things and how you accomplish things, because Mercury retrograde, they're going to bring exes. I'm already experiencing that. They're going to bring exes back into your life. They're going to bring past issues that you haven't possibly, you may have not dealt with appropriately. They're going to start to resurface. And how you deal with it shows how you have progressed in life, or if you're going to digress. Because certain things, like me personally with exes, I don't give a damn. I'm not entertaining exes. That's dead. I'm not doing that, because you're an ex for a reason, right? That's how I deal with things. But then I had to sit down last night and think about it, like, Okay, these particular exes are coming into my life for a reason. What's the reason? And I had to study it. And I think, me, again, I said I'm an air sign. I don't always deal with closure in a sense of being very emotional. If I'm done with you, I'm done with you. I walk away. I don't think about anything else. That's it. That's it with me. When I say I'm done, I'm done. I'm not going to go back and forth. We're not going to have continued conversation about it because I know what's best for me. I don't put myself in situations where I'm feeling constantly defeated or, like I'm allowing myself to be ran all over emotionally. So I just will leave the situation, period, point blank. But for somebody else, the other person I'm dealing with, that closure may not have been enough for them. So you would have to gauge your interactions with that person or those people. And it doesn't just have to be romantic. It could be family members that you cut off, family, friends, old jobs, you never know. So you would have to see where that applies for you, okay? We had one card that wanted to flip out. And it's the Six of Wands. And it came up in reverse, okay? That's our first card. That's the main energy of the reading. Okay, we got one more one to flip out. And then you have the Ten of Wands upright. So both cards are Wands cards, right? I could be particularly dealing with a fire. This could mainly be a fire sign that we're dealing with. Someone with strong fire, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. That's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be. I'm just explaining, Wands are fire signs, so I'm just putting it out there. The Six of Wands, right? I'm going to show it to you upright. The Six of Wands we know is about a victory, okay? It popped up in reverse. And it, it's interesting because I was just saying in my whole intro that a lot of people are feeling defeated emotionally, and I'm feeling that because your second card, the outcome is the Ten of Wands, right? Look at, he's carrying a heavy load. And then look at what I was just talking to you mainly about, the moon, right? This is definitely dealing with emotions. We're dealing with this during this moon phase. A lot of people are dealing with emotions. But the good thing about the Ten of Wands is that this is a heavy load that somebody is choosing to carry. He can put that load down. He doesn't have to carry that load. He doesn't. Okay? And he's not feeling victorious. Six of Wands in reverse. He's not feeling victorious because he's carrying a heavy load. He's choosing to do that. It's your choice whether or not you acknowledge and draw and tap into what's going on with you personally. You can't avoid things. That's not going to work for you. Okay? That's not going to work for anyone. You have to deal with things straight up, upright. Another positive thing about the Ten of Wands, because there is positive about this card, if you are carrying a heavy load, the 10 is the highest that you can go next to the, the king, the queen, the ace. You're at the very end of that cycle. Okay? So if you're going through a hard time, some difficulty, you're at the very end of that cycle. So that's the positive thing about that Ten of Wands. Let's get the clarifying cards. We're going to get one clarifying card for the Six of Wands reverse. And we're going to get another for the Ten of Wands upright. But again, I feel like this is exactly what I was saying in the beginning of the reading. And you all see me shuffle. This is about dealing with these emotional hardships. And you're not, and six is not having a victory. You're going to feel like that. And it's very interesting. Okay. Look at this. Wow. And then we have the Six of Wands pop up again in reverse under the Six of Wands in reverse. Like I said, a lot of people are going to go through some mental hardships during this end of October. It's going to be difficult for a lot of people. This can't be questioned. Again, these are two different decks. You see me shuffle. I always shuffle on camera so that people can see. And I'm even going to shuffle again this way, because I'm not altering or manipulating the cards in any way, shape, or form. Let's get one card for the Ten of Wands. Yeah, a lot of people are dealing with these emotions, and that's okay. That one wants to flip out. The Emperor in reverse. All of the cards came out in reverse except for the Ten of Wands. Okay. A lot of people are going through some emotional instabilities and confusion and feeling alone. And it's due to this transit, okay? It's due to what's going on. And I know that these people are feeling alone because upright, the Six of Wands is about a celebration. You're being praised. Look at all the people in the background cheering for you. You're feeling victorious. You're on your high horse. In reverse, you don't have that support system. You're not being praised. There's no victory there. So there's no audience, there's no crowd to surround you, right? And that's, I just said earlier, that a lot of people are feeling like they're alone. A lot of people are feeling like things are not, you know, they don't understand what's going on. A lot of people don't understand what's going on. And if you are still watching this read, 9 times out of 10, this applies to you, right? Because you're feeling this, you're feeling alone, you're feeling a hardship, right? And I'm telling you right now, it's these transits. If you're not aware, you need to really kind of, sit down, Google, study some things, and it's going to help you along your journey. Also, I want to give you a tip is if you're a crystal person, even if you're not, you might want to get into it. Get you some hematite crystal, some jasper crystals, some obsidian crystals, tourmaline. Tourmaline is very powerful. Clear quartz navigates and negates a lot of things, all types of energy. If you are very intuitive yourself, you definitely want to get probably, for me personally, kyanite is very powerful, and then amethyst. Amethyst should be very easy to come by. I have, I'm sitting here around amethyst now. There's a lot of crystals that you can use. I actually was charging your deck, your clarifying your main deck with amethyst. So get your protection. Also, not trying to sell anything, but I'm just letting you know, in the link below, in the description box where you order personal readings at, there's a shop. I have an Etsy shop that has crystal jewelry and organite pucks, okay? And that's exactly what this is. When I charge your decks, you have organite that charges it. It's crystals. It's a crystal metal infused mixture. So you need to use your tools and then help, because they help raise your vibration. You want to use citron, a sunny crystal, to raise your vibration, rose quartz to raise your love vibrations around you, blue lace agate to give you harmonious energy. You want to use every tool available to you to help you raise your vibration. It's something so simple as carrying it in your pocket, your purse, wearing, a bracelet, okay, a crystal chip bracelet, or a necklace, earrings, whatever you need to do to raise your vibration. I really would insist that you do that, okay? It's just necessary, because even without having to go through this whole reading, I'm gonna tell you right now what's going on. Your very first card is the Six of Wands in reverse. Your clarifying card is the Six of Wands in reverse. With this being your clarifying card, this is letting me know that this is ongoing, at least for this time period, right? For this time period, you're definitely dealing, if this is applying to you, you're dealing with some emotional instabilities, and you're feeling alone, and you're feeling like you're carrying a heavy burden. And it is. And look at this. I just told you, due to these moon cycles, and you have a moon in the background, right? So it's during this particular moon phase that you're feeling like you're carrying this heavy burden. And even though it's not swords, because swords is about communication and mental, I'm telling you right now, this is about that mental. This is about feeling a hardship emotionally and mentally. That's what you're feeling. And the clarifying card for this 10 of Wands is the Emperor in reverse. Upright, this Emperor is sitting on his throne, right? He's content, he's solid, he knows what's going on, he knows, what his purpose is, who he is, and no one can question that, and he doesn't question that. In reverse, he's questioning himself and what's going on around him. If you were sitting in a chair right now upside down, you don't know. The way you're seeing the world is obscured. The way you're seeing things is obscured. The way you see in the world is not upright. It's not. You're not seeing things the way that you would if you were more balanced, if you were in the Six of Wands upright. Both times your Six of Wands came in reverse, right? And that's very much what I said. And I knew that I was feeling very restless for a reason. I knew that there was a lot of people who was going through some type of hardship emotionally. And like I said, I'm seeing it all throughout social media. You're going to start seeing people not only talking about depression, but you're going to see a lot of people talking about aggression, and also kind of, and keep in mind, Scorpio is one of the more passionate, mysteriously, one of the signs that's very strong, and they deal with their emotions through sex also, right? So you're going to see people acting a little more provocatively, people who are going to be seems more sexually overcharged, right? It's going to seem like they're going to deal with their emotions through sex. That's going to happen with a lot of people too. I'm also aware of that, and I pay attention to that because, like I said, my Mars is in Scorpio. your Mars is how you deal with things, like your sexual manner. So for me, I pay attention to stuff like that because that's very important to pay attention. So you want to look into that in your chart, okay? Um, so yeah, this confirmed everything that I was saying at the beginning of the video. Be mindful. No, you're not going crazy, especially if you know that you're a person who's usually pretty stable in your feelings, pretty stable in your emotions, and all of a sudden you're feeling alone, you're feeling restless, you're feeling like you can't go on. Because I've seen a couple people post almost suicidal messages, and it really concerned me, and I couldn't sleep at night, not just because of their own personal messages they posted, but because of the energy. And I knew that this message needed to get out there. Okay. So I wish everybody well on your journey. Like I said, do research. That's your most powerful tool. Get your crystals, do your research, do your meditations. And that's going to be the most powerful thing to help you get through this possible transit. It won't last forever. This is a short period of time towards the end of October. Towards November, things should be starting to look up a little bit more. Even though we'll still be in Scorpio season, it'll start looking up more because we're coming away from that new moon phase. Okay. Again, new moons is it's not positive. It's not negative. I'm not saying that it's negative. I'm just stating that it's definitely affecting a lot of people on an emotional level. Okay. So thank you for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, take care. Bye.